11:02.
The Big Interview
With Bongani Bingwa.
We turn our focus back now to the National Prosecuting Authority because the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Shamila Batohi, is leaving her post in January, and the search is now on for her replacement. What should South Africa look for in our next top prosecutor? And more importantly, who should choose them? President Ramaphosa has come under fire for appointing a panel that will advise him on who to pick. And the criticism is that they have a limited amount of legal experience, and it sparked some questions about its legitimacy. And how does a committee without the legal chops then make the right choice? Chairing that process is the Justice Minister, Mamoloko Kubayi, who has dismissed some of that criticism and who joins us now. Minister, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, Bongani, and good morning to your listeners. I hope I'm audible properly.
You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Critics of this panel are suggesting that it doesn't have all the legal chops required to make this selection to advise the president, however well qualified some of you may be in your areas of particular expertise. What's your response?
That's not correct. You'd note that besides the Chapter 9 institutions and Chapter 10, we've got legal representatives that have been requested to nominate people to serve on the panel. So we do believe that we've got the right people to be able to do the work. We can't have everyone being on the panel. And my issue particularly with Honorable Member Clenis Bredenberg is that you can't have former or current serving prosecutors to come and sit on the panel. It will be unethical because they do have some level of intertwinedness with the institution itself. So you don't want to have an institution particularly that has people who come from there who would have activities that they would want to link with. And part of the issue is because we want to rebuild NPA, not to be entangled with its past that has been divided in the organization and challenges that we've seen over time.
How many of the panelists have some kind of prosecutorial experience?
We don't need prosecutorial experience, Bongani, in terms of work. For example, I'm the minister responsible for the portfolio. I know what is the current requirement in terms of the post. I know what is the current environment and challenges of prosecutors and of the organization. What you are looking for is a leader of an organization. You're looking for a person who's going to be strategic in leadership, because NDPP does not go to court to sit in court. So it's a person, yes, that will have prosecutorial experience, but that's not what we are looking for only. We're looking for a person who will be able to build an organization in the future, because what we are dealing with today and tomorrow of NPA of the future is going to be an organization that understands that we're operating in a digital environment that will need expertise from outside. So if you can say to me, because we are looking for a prosecutor of the future, therefore that person must have digital experience, it's not going to be. Even if there is forensic that the person can be. So you can't say the panel that is choosing must have particular skills, while even the individual who is going to be appointed will not have holistic need that expertise. That's why that person will work with a team of expertise within the organization with various experts. They must just be strategic to know what they are looking for. Similarly with the panel.
Minister, we've seen a number of losses by the NPA for what you might call rank ineptitude in some cases. The most recent one, of course, was just losing that bail appeal in the High Court on Friday. And, of course, as a number of processes that you are well aware of continue to gain momentum, whether it's the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry or even the parliamentary process, I would imagine there will soon be recommendations for prosecutions. Now, you do need someone at the helm of the NPA, whether now or in January, who's going to be able to look at all of the complexity that is involved in terms of these links between, these alleged links between government, business, politics, and the criminal underworld. And certainly that will be the case beyond January. Isn't that why then that matters?
No, definitely. What we are looking for going forward, and you correctly reflect. I don't know if you've noticed that NPA recently just advertised posts. For example, data scientists, data research, forensic analysts, all those expertise, because we've realized that those are important to have in an organization, especially under IDEC. So you'd have those so that they can be able to prosecute these criminal activities and actually make sure that we are able to have the proper work that is needed in terms of what can be done by NPA. So that's very critical for us, Bongani. And that's why looking for a person to come in as a NDPP, it's going to be a person that would operate without fear or favor, a person that is going to be independent, a person that is highly technical and highly competent. And that's what we are looking for. A person that would be driven by results, but also we are not only putting a person, but also the issue of repositioning NPA goes together. You would have heard me several times talking about how we want to ensure that the skills that we need, AI, everything that we need, but also the structure of NPA in how it is. For example, one of the things that we are toying with is the rotation of the prosecutors who are heading provinces and areas. For example, you shouldn't have a DPP that is sitting in Limpopo for 10 years, because we do believe that actually exposes them. They start being part of the network and all those things. So there's quite a lot of work in terms of reform for NPA that is coming up.
As we end this conversation, Minister, what is foremost in your mind? If you had to give me one quality in your mind that you think the successful candidate should possess, what would it be? Just one. Sound
legal analysis and understanding of the difficulties we have as a country.
All right, we'll leave it there. That's the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development, Mamoloko Kubayi.
Current events, developing stories,
tough questions.
Your voice making a difference.
This is Breakfast with Bongani Bingwa.